Please mop up, bring me a glass of water. Let's just step back a bit. The backwoods old world atmos created by Peckinpah & Co. is helped when viewed from the shiny laptop digital world of 2025 by seeing faces we know from the small British screen. Faces from ITV, BBC, from crackly Christmas specials and saturated sitcoms. The young girl, Janice, who's abducted, is a buck-toothed Mary Jane-wearing Sally Thompson, who aficionados of 70s TV will recognise to be the cheeky, buxom rascal in Richard O'Sullivan Vehicle's Man About the House. She's all mini dresses, mascara and baby sham. I don't know, somehow knowing she has this giddy future ahead of her gives her abduction a leering Brady and Hindley sort of foreshadowing. Buried beneath the ratty beanie and scraggly beard is Peter Vaughan, the terrifying glare of Porridge's Grouty, as the thundering force of nature who is Tom. British TV fans will know his threatening prison persona, all rough grey wool and screws on the take. We shudder just to see him drunk, shouty and bitter. To be honest, I don't think we ever discover what brought Grouty to HM Prison Slade in the Porridge sitcom, but it wasn't for parking on a double yellow line. I'm pretty sure of that. Uncredited due to a leg injury, which meant he couldn't be insured on set, we have horror stalwart David Warner as the misguided but dangerous paedophile Henry. My generation, of course, recognises his shuffly paranoia from his turn in Richard Donner's The Omen, when he scurries shiftily about trying to persuade a brooding Gregory Peck he's just a child of his son's fate, only to enjoy one of horror fans' favourite beheadings at the hands of a glazier's truck. Fit the best. Fit Everest. David's wife Amy is, of course, Susan George, who became a familiar star of episodes of things like Tales of the Unexpected and Armchair Theatre. George was always typecast somewhat as the sex pot, busty nipples poking through tight sweaters, mini dresses, knee-high boots. Her country girl charm has a sort of naughty innocence. She seems somehow both virgin and whore a little bit, with her blonde coquettishness, her who me innocence, but a knowing wink when it might get her the attention she craves. Although in this, we have a longing to bring her in, to wrap her up in cotton wool and warn her not to play with wolves. Which brings us to our, quote, hero, David, an intense, trembling Dustin Hoffman. As we said at the start, at this point in his career, aged just 30, he was only 5 movies in, really, far from being the method acting legend we now know. His early big screen output